Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. We are live from Kyalami for the seventh round of AXRL Season 19, the penultimate round of the championship in the beautiful region of South Africa. South Africa's only FIA Grade 1 licensed circuit, and it is the host for tonight's 45-minute sprint. Alongside me in the commentary booth, it's Angus. We have no company from Cooper Cthulhu tonight. He's off doing Cthulhu things. Top of the evening to you, sir. Oh, I do. My bad, team. You'll hear him eventually. It's just too late for this. Not too late to... I don't know, I'm tired. Top of the evening, Angus.
Hello. I'm finally allowed to speak. I'm very oppressed here in the commentary box by Yaldara.
Yeah. Your input's overrated. And we are in focus tonight. The the most important, the biggest thing you may have noticed is that the number one looks
There's two cars that
suspiciously like the number 211.
Yeah. That's very weird. Not sure how that came about. Not sure how Blicky managed to get into our servers and stole my graphic, but you know.
Some suspicious
He did.
Joker liverying.
Yeah. In all seriousness, I'm going to spoil the surprise because I made that graphic. Both.
Really?
Both the base and the writing. So, and the overlay. It was very fun. He said, can you make a graphic? Because Blicky's secret is out. He said, hey Evil, can you make a graphic? Because my team don't want to. His team must hate him or something, I'm not sure. But yeah, I went and made that because I had such a good idea immediately as he said that.
And it was a very good idea. I will grant you that.
I made the scribbles myself too.
Congratulations.
I'm quite the artist.
I can imagine. So, what camera angles? Apologies anyone who's actually watching the stream right now.
Top 3 are Mustangs, obviously.
Because why wouldn't they be?
Yeah. There's Ace Wolf. I think we have like 7 Jokers or something. Oh no.
Well,
4 Jokers.
Getting towards the end of the
season. A lot
of
people retracted their Joker.
Chickens.
Who are the Jokers? Oh no, it says 9 now. 9 Jokers. There's one that's redacted. So I'm not sure who that is, but we got... Here, do you want to follow them with the stream?
Have... Yes, go.
Drift Kid.
Alright,
Drift Kid.
Cycling through the menus.
Yeah.
2 seconds.
Drift Kid, there's his livery. Oh, look, it's a purple and green one.
Did I go past it?
I'm pretty sure that...
I think I went past it. Maybe I didn't go past it. I definitely went past it. Bangs, Aiden, Ace Wolf. Is he in the server?
469. Yeah, 469.
Oh yeah, here we go. Right as he's coming out of pit lane.
There you go, Drift Kid, that's his Joker livery there. Green and purple, which I have to assume is the Joker themed, which a lot of new guys, their first Joker is Joker themed. It's kind of cool, again, but it is a little bit common. It is, yeah, it is. I do as well. It is cool.
So big tick from the livery man.
Chrome works in some cases, but it doesn't always work. But here it does.
Now, have you screamed at
Discord
to tell them we're live?
No, I'll do it now.
Okay.
I'm just gonna say at season 21 drivers, we are live. in all caps.
Good idea.
V5.
While he does that, apologies for the delay on the stream. Some stupid idiot in Box Hill decided to go onto the train tracks, and thus the trains were all delayed by half an hour plus. So the one time that me and my ride home got out of our lectures early, we ended up getting stitched up by public transport. Such is life. I'm still hungry even though I've had most of dinner. Should I eat on stream?
Yeah, just don't nom a bunch.
I have every intention of cracking open some sort of drink for the finale.
I'll do that too. Hold on, I gotta go do something.
Okay, well, we're taking suggestions in the chat for what drinks we should have to celebrate the final round. Both myself and Angus are above the legal age. Cthulhu's not, but he'd probably participate anyway. Yes, Snippy, I wish. Plus 100 kilos as Drift Kid goes drifting through, I think that's Sunset Bend. Very aptly doing so. I won't move on to the next Joker because I think Angus would probably cry if I did it without him. But I will give you an update on the standings. Where we have Sly Visho 30 points clear. So that's a thought. No, he doesn't. Normally, if Sly was to outscore Blicky in this round, he would guarantee the number one back before going into the finale. However, Jokers are still to play, which means it is all to play for with up to 90 points available across these last two rounds. It's currently 31.5 points the difference, with Toothless trailing there in third, with the Joker play. Globdrip and Aiden fourth and fifth, both with Jokers still to play on 76 and 75 points respectively. J-Rad in 7th with a Joker to play on 73 points. I skipped over Snippy, the number 6 in 6th, the first non-Ford Mustang, however, has played his Joker to get himself up to 75 points. We take a look at the Gold Cup. With 2 rounds left, there is 3.5 points in it at the top. However, Snippy, Joker played. Globdrip, no Joker played. He leads. The next nearest genuine competition, Aiden is rated the Nürburgring Maestro. He is 12 points back with 2 rounds to play. Stig sits a little bit further back there in 4th. There's been a significant lack of points scored, but it's kind of mathing. Taking a look at the AM Championship, it is Macca who has a comfortable 20, I don't do maths well, 28 point lead over F1 Banks. Both with Jokers to play, so if one goes wrong, things could change drastically. But currently it's Macca who sits there comfortably. And moving finally to the Sir Jack Brabham's Team Championship. And it is, once again, NovaSport who sits atop the tree. 233 points scored between Sly Visho and Ace Wolf, with MWM Squadra Corsa 22 points behind Blicky and Globdrip sharing those honours. But with just 2 rounds left, all Jokers still to... Is it all Jokers still to play? We'll double check that information for Ace Wolf. It is all Jokers still to play, so a lot can happen, but currently NovaSport with a 22 point lead. A little bit further back from that, the MWM Cheese team sits a comfortable 3rd place with the amateurs of Weefy and Stig there in 4th. OTM, the last team to crack the 100 mark up to this point, Toothless doing a lot of the heavy lifting alongside Wolfdan for that. And in breaking news, I have been abandoned by my co-commentator for the next half an hour. Because he didn't do his chores. So everyone in the Discord, ping Evil, tell him he's a naughty boy and he didn't do his
I'm
jobs.
sorry.
Yeah.
You can berate me with insults. I'll take them like a champion. Or maybe I won't return to the stream. Who knows?
Well, you never know. He might be dead by then. His mum may have killed him.
Your insults might kill me. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or your mother's anger.
Yeah. NovaSport on top. Hopefully that stays that way.
And actually, I'm gonna have to do Jokers.
Actually, this weekend, Blicky is NovaSport, so we're gonna claim him.
NovaSport's 1 and 2. I mean, I don't know if Sly's even 1 and 3.
Isn't.
Yeah, he doesn't
purple
count
at all. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway,
Okay.
I will now run through the Jokers, since
you can
too busy to do so.
Yes, you can judge them. Okay, bye.
And Snippy, for the not so informed and less alcoholic people, including myself, what's a Jager bomb? Anyhow, Joker liveries tonight. I can't even find the Joker poll. Here we go. 9 voters. The poll has ended. You are all locked in. We have J-Rad. No, why is he voted? He's not racing. J-Rad's definitely not racing. So that won't count. So really it's 8. We've got Macca playing his Joker. He sits currently in pit lane. And as far as I'm aware, has not submitted a Joker livery. So a little bit underwhelming there. Thus we move to F1 Banks, who you can't really see at the moment, but that is in a Super Utes inspired livery, the iconic Australian V8 Super Ute series, of which Banks is a big fan. Wearing the colours of David Cedars #1 WeatherTech BT50, or is it a BT Max now? One of the two. But here he is now out on the track to give us all a lovely show. Chuck's a flasher at Chuck Norris. Rest in peace to the real Chuck Norris, mind you. It's a little bit shiny, which does match. He's matched it up quite nicely, I shall say. Very good job, and that was a short stint on the track. Moving forward, we have Aiden Israden after the failed play at the Nordschleife due to the server shenanigans, the meltdown we had there. I think he's sporting his regular livery. Yes, definitely sporting his regular livery. So nothing to see, nothing doing there. We move now to, I'm going to do these two in tandem, Adept and Big Rigs, because they are both sporting some throwback liveries, taking us all the way back, I say, to last season, where they competed as Biggest Loser. If they competed, I don't know, Biggest Loser was the theme. I'm tired. I had a 12-hour day. Cut me some slack. But yes, Biggest Loser, the theme. Adept in a blue and black. That 94 Mercedes actually reminds me a lot of the Heart of Racing by SPS liveries. I don't know, for anyone well versed in the GT World Challenge scene, you may have seen that. You see, it's definitely across in IMSA, probably GT World Challenge as well. We saw it in the Bathurst 12 hours as well. It's a nice colour combination. Adept, that's, yes, the 94 of Big Rigs. And then Adept, the 42, a nice red GTR. It's red. It's got bits of yellow, bits of black. It looks cool. I gotta say, that the Big Rigs' colours are really warming to me. Who do we have left? We have Sonny Bray, who is making a surprise appearance, getting the week off of whatever sporting commitments he has to have a Joker livery of that's not his Joker. He's not in his Joker. That's really a shame. It was meant to be a purple with white rims inspired by his own personal Mazda 2, 3. He lives in Queensland, by the way, as you can deduce from the retro. It's actually a nice photo he shared. But yeah, that's basically another NovaSport driver when we eventually set at livery. And the biggest, most notable one of all is NovaSport's hire for this round. Which, well, it wasn't. But he's just so, everyone just wants to be a part of NovaSport. He's so desperate to be a part of NovaSport that he is dressed up as Sly Bisho in the number 1. So good luck telling those two apart. 1 and 211, exact same livery, same finishes, same design, same everything. So I can show you one, and I've shown you both. Adept's just in the background if you want to catch a glimpse of the red biggest loser. As I accidentally clicked more buttons. There's Adept, trailing Sly Bisho at the moment. That sums up the Jokers, and we have one last addition to the grid for this week. Is VRL Fish McFlurry in a rather mean looking BMW M4 GT3. You get a nice glimpse of the side. I don't mind that. I quite like that. I haven't much else to say, but it's good. So he's making his debut tonight in the number 3. So, and has just witnessed death. Now I don't know who those drivers are, but I'd be quite disappointed if that was intentional. Oh well. I want to go to bed. Is it unprofessional if I sleep on the job? Perhaps. Oh well. There's your liveries. That's all your administrative information done, just about. 45 minutes, no pit stops, just flat out racing. Quali is back to 10 minutes either class, and rather thankfully only one server. Now what has intrigued me with these standings so far, and who knows whether the Pro-Am drivers are just running around on race fuel and the AM drivers are doing quali laps, but we have a big chunk of the AM class who are comfortably ahead of the Pro-Am class, as you can see on the graphic there. There are there's a big separation in the Pro-Am class, which is quite unusual and quite intriguing. We've got, geez, how's that between 13th, 14th and 15th? Just 0.02 of a second covering Ace Wolf, Grabbles and Mustard 27 as he takes part in his second last AXRL Wednesday night race before he makes the step across to PC through the recent quite exciting addition of an iRacing Supercars series to AXRL. So the Australian Xbox Racing League now facilitating racing on Xbox, PlayStation and PC, which I don't get paid enough to change the name. But yes, very exciting. We've had, I think, 8 drivers in the second round at Oran Park. They're heading to Adelaide this Saturday night. So if you have a PC, if you have iRacing, if you're looking into it, get on board. We are looking for more participants. We will be aiming to turn that into a proper series if we get the numbers. Shot of Jagermeister in Red Bull. That's intriguing. And I'm glad it's unprofessional, because unprofessional is the entire point of this this commentary. So I think I will take that on. Hello, Joshua Graveling. Yep, there you go. Can vouch for it. Yeah, Mustard and LSM running that one. 2 absolute legends of the league. Been around a little while. You've heard Mustard's voice on stream a fair bit, so you would know how good he is. And LSM, just as good of a bloke too. Still helping out with the console side of things as well, whilst hosting the MSS Mustard Social Supercars. Reminds me of the old MSS Security Super Sprint that once upon a time was the naming rights partner at, what was it, the Australian Grand Prix, for when Supercars, or the naming rights sponsor for the Supercars part of the Australian Grand Prix. There we go. Kyalami always brings out the chaos. It's known back, season 16 we had an almighty pile up. Even before we got to the first turn, I think Chris, combination of Chris pushing hard and a little bit of netcode and lag, saw him into the back of Toothless, I believe, or Sly, on the run towards turn 1. That spun around car ahead into the path of many a driver behind. As you can imagine, those guys right at the front of the field, and that was total carnage that day. I benefited big time. But yes, big one. There was quite a few memes that came out of that as well. Five minutes left in this 60-minute practice session before we tackle qualifying. Oh. Mate, I will do this broadcast however I want to. I have been at uni for 12 hours. I hardly know what's going on. Just be happy there's a broadcast at all. It's not meant to be good quality, it's just meant to be entertaining. But I'll do my best to show as many cars as I can. Ew, I don't touch energy drinks. Overrated. Though if I was to have one, either a Raspberry V or a Mango Loco. Both, I've tasted both. One of my friends had been desperately trying to get me hooked, but alas, she had no success, which I'm quite happy about. Sonny Bray is still not his Joker livery, but we'll let it slide. Celsius is another brand. They're pretty new to the shelves, from what I know. What happened to Prime? That sort of just died off. Like it had its phase, and then died pretty quickly because everyone realised that twas rather mid, and particularly not good for you either. I don't know how real commentators do it. It's quite impressive. Joshua Graveling, shout out to you, my man. Should hire you for next season. So we catch a glimpse of Ozmad in the 351. I can give you what's for dinner Wednesday. I kind of wanted to wait for Angus, but we can talk to him later. So my what's for dinner Wednesday was burritos, which were very, very, very good, as they always are. Nicely seasoned mince, topped with crikey, the old age is getting to me. Topped with lettuce, cheese, capsicum. There was not tomato or onion, as much as my sister wishes there were for some weird reason. We also had carrots and cucumber and some nice salsa. Capped it off. I'm going to give it an 8. It was really quite good, especially after a long day. Very nice. Just 50 seconds now. As we catch some racing action here in practice. Practice can be used for many things. I don't often see it used for racing, but teammates having some fun and also almost killing each other is one of those things that is quite entertaining. It'd be rather hypocritical of me to tell them off for it, because I have done it several times. As long as you're not doing anything too silly and you're not getting in the way of anyone's practice, feel free to use said practice session however you like. Just remember, it's your reputation, not mine. The clock ticks down. Oh, this weekend we have the GT round 1 of GT World Challenge Australia. I am heartbroken that I can't go, though my bank account won't be with the cost of petrol it would take to get there and back. We're looking at 17 cars for GT3 across. Got an Aston. I think the older Aston Martin V8, not the Evo, or perhaps even the V12 in the trophy class alongside one of the old Porsches. And then a solid, I think, 5 or 6 manufacturers across the Pro-Am and Am classes. As I will just grab up the entry list now for you. So 17 cars. We've got Ferraris, Audis, the Lamborghini, I think it's still the Huracan this season, and then the Temerario next season. The Mercedes, that's, Trophy Aston. We've also got a Trophy class Audi, so that will be possibly the LMS Ultra. The Honduras boys, Mercedes, and a strong, encouraging grid for GT World Challenge Australia, and even more so for GT4. 34 cars across the Silver class, the Silver Am class, and the Am class, including Porsche, Audi, Mercedes, the Ford Mustangs. We've got some Toyota Supras in there, the McLaren 650S, the BMW M4 GT4, and even a Ginetta. So 8 manufacturers in the GT4 class, but enough about GT World Challenge as Australia and the Phillip Island round, as exciting as that is, because it is time for the penultimate qualifying of season 21. Leading the way out of the pit lane, it's Jude in the number 12 from NovaSport, making his return after a few weeks off, possibly off on a holiday. Perhaps the US, the rumours were, I think. And he's closely followed by F1 Banks in his Joker livery. I shall remind you, it is the CrowdStrike Mazda BT50 of David Cedars that he's wearing the colours of tonight, as Jude lets him by to now allow Banks to lead the way towards the start of this first lap. 10 minutes now, as of a few races ago, so a fair decent chunk of time to allow drivers to get into the swing of things, find their rhythm, find their own bit of space on track, and commence their laps as Jude and Banks begin their first ones for tonight. We've got Ace Wolf next across the line in another Ford Mustang GT3. Following that, with Chuck Norris, Grabble's Gold Guy there, Richard Claffey. Then it'll be Macca, Drift Kid, Bantusk making his way through Cheetah now. And then it's Fish McFlurry. I could so go on McFlurry, actually. And Sonny Bray bringing up the rear. Wonder how much it would cost to get a McFlurry delivered. If only Angus was here, I could get him to sort that one out for me, find out how much that costs. On to more important things. It looks as though Jude's invalidated this first lap through the chicane, or perhaps earlier in the lap as well. I'll keep the big ugly timing block here up so that you can keep yourself as up to date, as probably more up to date than I will be able to keep you, to be completely honest. As we catch a glimpse of another Joker as Drift Kid makes his way through the chicane now. Macca in front, kicking up some dust, and the BMW bouncing across the curbs on the exit. But we'll now see what the times look like for the first of the AM contenders. This will be a good indicator of what we're likely to see. A 42.3 is the first lap for F1 Banks. That's quite a strong lap for a first one. So we will look to get possibly mid 41s out of the best here. As I mentioned, Jude was invalid. Chuck Norris across the line goes 2 seconds off. Grabble's 1 second off, and Gold Guy now across the line in the 49 to be just 7/10 away. So it looks like Ace Wolf as well not getting a lap. Richard Claffey not getting a lap. Macca not getting a lap. Drift Kid now puts a lap in to be 1.8 off. Yes, hello River. Shout out to my beautiful border collie. Oh, it's lightning outside. As Banks clobbers those curbs quite aggressively. Bantusk now puts in his first lap. Looks like it's about a 46.9. Fish McFlurry invalid. Sonny Bray though in with a 43.7 there or thereabouts. Gold Guy looks to have gone invalid on this one as we follow F1 Banks through into the final sequence of corners now. Makes his way around this hairpin and up towards Cheetah with the most dangerous curb I think you will ever discover. The GT3 cars are absolutely allergic to it. It'll send you straight off into the gravel. GT4 cars, it might not send you into the gravel, but it will flip your car upside down. So don't hit that in a Camaro. F1 Banks now to a 42.052, so starting to really push the limits of these AM class cars. Jude 6/10 off, and Ace Wolf to the top with a 1:42.042. His first valid lap, and a very good one, and a very satisfying one. I hope no one goes well on that. Adept, I think you would be quite proud of that as Banks drifts through sunset. Adept being, of course, the number 42. And now Macca up to third with his second flying lap. So incredibly close at the top. Just 1/100th of a second in it across the top two. Polkadot's still yet to set a lap, which is quite unusual for his standard. He's normally pretty close to that front of the pack as well. We know Macca has been strong in the races, just sitting comfortably there in third, ready to pounce if something goes wrong for Ace Wolf or Banks once the race begins. But these two have far and away been your fastest qualifiers this season in AM. A little bit of dust though on the brakes there for Ace Wolf. Will this lap be an improvement? We shall see. F1 Banks invalid on that one, so no opportunity to improve, and now just 2 more laps these guys will have at this. Ace Wolf sliding out of the final corner, finds a huge improvement, 0.5 of a second, and now a 41.5 the benchmark. So a big target set then. Laying down the gauntlet is the Novacastrian, the Novasportian, and the Sir Jack Brabham Team's Shield leader, and he's showing why, but not to be left alone. Macca just 0.2 off now with a 41.7. Polkadot 3.5 back, so the pressure on Ace Wolf, he's not going to have it all his way tonight. Further back, Jude has dropped down to 5th now. Can he find some more time? Grabble's there in 6th, 1.3 off. So there's your split. AXRL Fish McFlurry finally gets a lap in, and it is the exact same lap time as the 555 Mercedes of Bantusk, who we will catch a glimpse of. No, he's back in pit lane, so Bantusk is done. So is Chuck Norris. Toothless out to join the queue. Sonny Bray in 8th on his return to the track. As the next set of laps come through, we come across the line. This will be the last lap that they now begin. So one final opportunity to find some lap time. No improvement there for F1 Banks. No improvement either this time by for Jude. What about Ace Wolf? He finds even more time and is up to 41.3. What can Macca do? Not not fast things. He's gone off. I suspect he's probably hit the curb at Cheetah there, and has gone off at the exit. As a result, Polkadot is back in pit lane. He is done for the session. So I think it now becomes a 3-horse race. Who will come out on top? Will it be the 992 of Ace Wolf? Will it be the 73 of Macca? Or will it be the 222 of F1 Banks? Only one of these drivers using their Joker livery, and that is F1 Banks. So he would dearly love to be atop the tree. But Ace Wolf, Macca, and perhaps even Jude. No, not Jude, as he is well off the road there. Jude won't have anything to say about it. But will anyone else? Let's wait and see. 6 seconds left in the AM split of qualifying. Will Sonny Bray get across the line to start another lap? I think he's going to fall just short. So Fish McFlurry, the last then to start a lap as the pro class come piling out of the pit lane. I think it's probably Sly. It could be Blicky. Who knows? They look the same. Who lead the way? Toothless there running his Joker. No, not running his Joker. That's something I missed. He's changed cars. And Ace Wolf is off the road and into pit lane, but it's not going to matter because Banks is back in pit lane. The only person now who could threaten him is Macca, and he's coming up towards the last few corners now. Grabble's out of the final corner. What can he do across the line for his last chance at this? Will he find some time? Surely something, a little bit, but not enough improvement to climb the leaderboard. And it's disaster for Macca, pushing to claim the pole, but he pushes too hard and it ends in tears at Cheetah. So Cheetah has cheated him out of any opportunity at pole position there, and it is Ace Wolf who claims it with a stonking 1 minute 41.372 second lap time. Macca then 3.5 tenths off as we shift our attention towards the Pro and Pro-Am classes. Your two NovaSport red and purple Ford Mustangs will lead the field towards the start-finish line as we catch a glimpse of some drivers further back in that queue. Hudson's next, Toothless there. They've done a very, very good job of just finding themselves some space before the last few corners, which I'm very proud. It's never normally like this. You normally get a queue of at least 10-15 cars slamming on the brakes. Someone usually hits someone else into the final corner, but good to see after 20 seasons and 7 races we've finally figured out how to do that. Well done, team. Toothless out of the first corner. What can he do around Kyalami? So he's changed out of the Ford Mustang because he's not enjoying driving it. I'm so proud. I like him even more now. Grabble's on for half a second improvement. Could have challenged Jude, but unfortunately the final corner took away any chance of that. So we catch up once again with our lead pair. I feel like there's some AM cars still in pit lane, but maybe I shall be proven wrong. Stig will be the last to start a lap as he only now heads towards that start-finish line. Meanwhile, your leaders making their way through the last 3 corners at the moment. Blicky, a big slide on the way into Cheetah there. We'll see whether that hurts his lap time at all. As Sly Visho across the line and straight to the top with a 40.8. Blicky immediately beats him with a 40.6. Across the line next will be the 420 of Buster as he goes to 7th. Hudson somewhere in there. He's made some mistakes. I think he's just come out of pit lane actually. Toothless a long way down there in 11th. Osmad, his first lap puts him 9th. Whilst Aiden is Raiden straight up to 4th on his Joker. The second attempt at running this after the chaos that was the Nürburgring Nordschleife which he won but wouldn't have got full Joker points for, so has another opportunity to make that play. Big Rigs, here's that Biggest Loser inspired livery that I was talking about that reminds me of the harder racing. The blue's probably a little bit wrong, needs to be... Oh, that second blue, the lower blue, and the rims, the wrong blue. But that blue that's sort of on the bonnet and the body, that almost perfectly matches the heart of racing, as does the yellowy orange there. Globdrip seems to have hit trouble out of the... into Cheetah, that is, but is going now. Bats in a Lamborghini, the sole Lamborghini of season 21. He currently sits 21st after his opening lap. Gold Guy on return, sorry, yes, he was in AM. Yes, on return from a race ban. I don't know why that made me think of that, but good to keep in mind. Sly Visho then for his second attempt. Blicky invalid behind, so this could put him to the top, and it does by 2/10, so a 40.37, the new benchmark. Blicky with no opportunity to respond on that lap. He will now take a crack at it, this time by Tudson. Definitely, no, he did do a lap, but he hit trouble, and he's currently 28th, Globdrip 29th. So this looks like Wolfdan, Sergeant Jim Bob, Shamian, they will all be starting from the pit lane, or at least from the back of the grid, not wanting to take any risks. LSM, you can sort of tell his focus has shifted a little bit towards... his attention has shifted towards that PC tier and learning how to drive a V8 supercar down there in 26th in the Aston Martin V8 Vantage. Same perhaps can be said for Mustard, who sits 13th, though he's about to cross the line, so we'll see whether he can bump himself up the order a little bit. No improvement that time around, but we'll have plenty of opportunities to go again. Toothless also struggling to find some lap time there in 15th, as Stig has put himself up to 5th, and Aiden Israden has put himself up to 2nd for the time being, so splitting the pro class currently as Globdrip storms to 4th. Starting to get towards the quicker times rolling in now with just 3.5 minutes left on the clock. Globdrip out of the first corner, Stig immediately behind him, but the focus once again shifts towards the front. Sly across the line. Does he have an improvement this time? He does, a very small, about 6 or 7 hundredths of a second. Blicky, once again, no improvement, invalid again, so he really needs to find a lap here, a clean lap, just keep it between the lines, see whether he can start to put some pressure on Sly Visho and Aiden Israden ahead of him. Toothless has worked his way up to 8th now, so less so struggling for pace, has pushed Mustard all the way down to 16th. We'll see what he can do this time around. He may have been held up by Freemoo, who's slow in the last sector. I will see what comes of that. Adept loser down in 21st. Not too bad for his... we would obviously hope he can be a little bit further. This class mixing is very, very notable tonight. You got AM, Pro-Am, AM, Pro-Am, AM, Pro-Am. I mean, still 2 minutes. We'll see whether that holds. But for the time being, we're mixing well. No segregation like we've seen in the past. As Globdrip to P number 2 in the 344. Just 1/10 away from your championship leader. And crucially for him, in front of his championship rival in Aiden. So he needs to put as many points as he can on him tonight to put himself in the best position for his Joker play in the final round at Bathurst. Scary, a name I haven't mentioned tonight, but he is up to 7th, and that does remind me his teammate at some point, Gardner, has officially sold his PlayStation and moved to PC. So we won't be seeing any more of the number 7, but nevertheless, still a strong grid. Ace Wolf holding strong there in 6th, quite impressive. Maka in 9th. with under a minute remaining. Yes, River. Get a dog. They're really cute, and they'll be very affectionate to you. Jarcade up to 19th with that lap. Blicky has put a lap in and agonizingly close to his samely dressed counterpart in number 211, just 15 thousandths of a second between their lap times as they have one last crack at it. Blicky though, no, Sly is done. He's back in pit lane. So Sly is done. All he can do is sit and watch as Blicky comes through the last couple of corners. Through Cheetah now and into the final corner, using all of the track, a little bit of the grass, and then hard on the brakes. Off to the left, climb that curb on the inside, use all the road on the outside here, and across the line. Can he claim pole? Doesn't quite do it, and he does not seem all too happy about it, I must say. So perhaps a mistake in those last couple of corners has cost him a decent chance at pole position there, but he'll still, barring intervention from Globdrip barring intervention from Globdrip alone, probably the only one who can spoil the party of the NovaSport front row. Yes, for those. Oh, finally, my co-commentator Snippy was wondering where you are. You were fixing up your incompetences earlier in the day. And Cthulhu, he's playing in some sort of gig, I think. Either that or doing something illegal. Who knows?
His first gig.
And Globdrip done. Sorry, I will cut over you there. Aiden is Raiden. 2/10 off. Globdrip officially third in the standings. Just one person left. It's the 444 of LSM, who currently sits 26th. Does he find any time across the line? He does. He does, up to 24th. So 2 positions gain across the finish line there, and that brings qualifying to a close.
It's a Sliviscio front row.
It is. Ah, brilliant. Look at NovaSport go. Only one pro driver near the front of the field, yet we managed to have 2 on the front row. Stippy, there is no singing duo tonight between Cthulhu and Blicky if he wins. However, we're taking volunteers, so if you so wish to sing a song for us, we are very excited. We'd be keen to have you on. Ugh. 90 seconds till the race start. Yes, please give me a second to stop talking.
Oh, do I have to go? Okay.
Yeah, I've been talking.
First place, we have Sliviscio. In second place, you're not going to believe this, we also have Sliviscio. In third place, we have Sliviscio. No, unfortunately not. We've got Globdrip, who's on Pro-Am pole, then Aiden, then Stig, then Hudson. So the top 3 of Pro-Am in 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Hudson in 6th. Ace Wolf pole in the Am class in 7th place overall. Then Scary. Then Maka. Toothless in 10th. Poppadot in 11th. 12th is Osmad. 13th is Mustard. Big Rigs in 14th. 15th is Bats. Banks all the way down in 16th, which is kind of unusual for him in this season. Then we got Buster in P17. Jude, also kind of unusual for him in qualifying, down in 18th overall, and 5th in AM class. Then Joshua Gravels, Jarcade in 20th, Adept in 21st, Gold Guy 22nd, Sunny in 23rd, LSN 24th, Freemu 25th. Chuck Norris in 26th. The debutante Fish McFlurry, that doesn't sound very tasty, in 27th. 28th is Bantusk. 29th is Wolfdan. Sergeant Jim Bob is in 30th. Then Shamian in 31st. And Drift Kid in 32nd.
Drift Kid looks to be in pit lane. No? Someone's in pit lane. How did Drift Kid end up back
Drift
there?
Kid's in pit lane. There's a few.
No, hang on. Sonny's in pit lane.
Who is it? Oh, is it?
I don't understand. I think Drift Kid's disconnected during the grid sequence there. Because he qualified a lot further up than that. And yeah, Wolfdan Jim Bob Shams didn't even enter the circuit during qualifying.
That's unlucky.
You did point out F1 Banks on his Joker down in 16th, 4th in class. That could come very costly by the end of the season, with 4 cars between himself and the next AM driver. A total of 8 between him and Ace Wolf, who's sitting atop the pole for tonight.
Who is leading? Okay, so it's Macca on top of the Silver Cup. You probably mentioned that already, haven't you?
Yes, we did cover the championships.
So Macca's in
during the
second
time
in
which
class.
you abandoned me.
The pretty interesting grids. Kind of stock standard top 3, to be honest. Top 2 definitely. Has there been anyone but these two in the top 2?
There was when Blicky wasn't.
Or maybe, yeah, when Blicky wasn't. But
Aiden would have been genuinely there, even if Blicky had raced at Nords.
Yeah.
But other than that, it has been the Sly Visho
Blicky did race at Nords.
I can say that because they're both dressed like that today.
Blicky raced at Nords? Oh no, he didn't.
What was that? Sorry.
The Sly Visho's in formation now.
Yes, as the grid starts to come together for the penultimate round of season 2021, not 2021, season 21. The second last time you will hear our voices on the airwaves.
For the foreseeable future.
For the foreseeable future. We'll be back with you all on track in a couple of rounds' time. Off-season getting the finishing touches to be announced soon. But that is my child, the off-season. No relevance tonight, as your Sly Vishos lead the field towards the green light. The second half of the grid still coming through the final corner as we come towards the start-finish line. We are most certainly lights on, and we are trundling towards the start, and we are green and underway for the 45 minutes of Kyalami. Sly Visho, who tucks in behind Sly Visho down towards the opening corner. Glob Drip on the outside, Stig up the inside of Aiden there.
Blicky ran out wide.
Can we all get through turn number 1? It looks as though we have.
We have, yeah.
We have survived
Sonny
turn
actually
1.
Pit lane. No, Toothless is down.
Leaders head through. Oh, no. So
Toothless down at turn 2.
Survived turn 2. And more cars off in the gravel as well. Macca off the road. So your championship leader to the back of the field. Sorry, AM championship leader to the back of the field, and that is disaster. Is this the chance now for Ace Wolf, for Banks to pounce? Banks is now second, yes, in class after just one sector of racing, and only 3 cars between himself. 3 cars between himself and Ace Wolf, who's dropped to 7th. Hudson up to 4th, so he's charged his way past a pair of Pro-Am drivers and is now tail gunner for Globdrip. Could that serve him well? And it is Blicky all over the back of Sly through this first lap and in towards the last couple of corners, up towards Cheetah now. The first run through the death curve. Does everybody make it through? All just being nice and careful, taking care not to get anywhere near that sausage, although Ace Wolf a little bit wide on the exit. Gold Guy takes a look up the inside into... and that has not ended well for him. At the last corner, Gold Guy was looking up the inside and is now looking at the barriers. He gets going again, but he's going to tumble down through the field to 20th position. Polkadot in just behind him. Will he have the momentum to make a move? No. Norris looks to the inside, but nothing doing there. Grabble's slightly wide and now side by side with Jarcade. Toothless, meanwhile, looking to work his way through the field. Grabbles comes out on top there as Freemu to the inside and spins himself, trying to make a move on Jarcade. As you mentioned, yes, the leaders also close together towards the chicane.
They were closer. Blicky did go off at the Is it Sunset? I think
Sunset,
it's Sunset.
Yes.
Yeah, Exeter Sunset. Blicky went off, so he lost a bit of time.
Not ideal then for the man running his Joker livery tonight. We've got Fish McFlurry and Freemu side by side as he recovers from that spin just moments ago. And Drift Kid now looking down the inside also becomes the outside for this right-handed part. Can he make it work? He does. Great overtake on the V12 Aston, and now Shamian perhaps looking to the inside as well. He does, though decides better of it in the end. So a good racing here as Freemu now, he's got the exit on Drift Kid.
Bites back.
And to the inside on the left there. Someone slow off to the inside. Macca in more trouble then, as this battle rages on between Freemu. Shamian now looks to the inside. This is a very dangerous spot to go for a move, but somehow he's managed to pull it off. Good driving. Macca with huge damage to the front of that Mustang as he pokes the nose and gets the move done on Drift Kid.
Aiden passed Hudson fairly recently.
There is so much going on in the early stages of this race. You are right, Aiden. Something's happened to Hudson there. He's dropped about a second. And Aiden through, now looking to put the pressure on Globdrip. Aiden taking his Joker tonight, so needs to maximise those points. You'll be disappointed to know there is no Joker livery associated with that. As it is very tight between the teammates Buster and Jude. There are NovaSport team rules, but it has been a long time since anyone's read them, so we shall see whether anything untoward comes of this battle. Fingers crossed that it does not, but I've probably just put the commentator's curse on it. So we'll quickly move away from that towards Toothless as he fights his way back through the field in the return to, or the move to McLaren Machinery. Goes to the inside of Adept, but that becomes the outside for this hairpin. Can he get the switchback done? He looks to the inside, and he should have the run, I think, through the sweeping left-hander to secure that position. Maybe not, former teammates?
No, McLaren doesn't have any straight line.
Yeah, yes, and no, not former teammates. One from Team Spirit, one from OTM. Big rivalry there, in fact.
Was Toothless not formerly Team Spirit? I could have sworn.
Maybe. As Chuck Norris Gold Guy almost get together into the final corner as they fight to be the first to attempt an overtake on Polkadot across the line now. Just over 5 minutes of this one completed.
Drift Kid's made another mistake. He's dropped back behind Sonny and Fish McFlurry.
Not looking good then for the man running the Joker, as Chuck Norris gets past Polkadot, and Gold Guy now the next to line him up. Needs to be careful, does Gold Guy. If he causes a collision, he is likely to receive a race ban from the Bathurst finale, so we'll see whether that plays on his mind through the race tonight. Further back towards the front, Ace Wolf is putting the pressure on Stig. So really,
he is Ace Wolf doing very well. If Ace Wolf gets past Stig and Hudson, that's a Mustang top 5.
Don't talk to me about it.
Do we have word on restrictor for next season?
We are looking at moving to the LFM BOP, which would put restrictor on the Mustang at most tracks. As Jude and Ace Wolf very nearly come. Sorry, Jude and Buster very nearly come together, and now Big Rig's up the inside of Jude, capitalizing on a poor run, courtesy of nearly contacting his teammate, and it will now Aston versus BMW in a straight line drag race towards the opening hairpin. Jude tries to put the squeeze on him, but Big Rig's braver on the brakes and comes out the beneficiary of that overtake.
There, front to tail on the exit, and still nose to tail. That's what I was looking for. Still nose to tail. Jude looks up the inside for sunset. Thinks better of it, but Big Riggs runs wide. Jude up the inside, turns to the outside for the next corner. Big Riggs back up the inside. And they're still extremely close together.
What a battle this is for 13th and 14th. Not drivers of the same class, but drivers who want some overall pride. No doubt.
Jude's practically has a look. Jude's practically pushing Big Riggs along through that sector 2.
At the
Another
front,
Mercedes
Aiden now putting some big pressure on Globdrip. So many battles up and down this field at the moment. Very, very exciting racing thus far. And will he, in the slipstream, have enough of a run to make an overtake into turn 1? Probably not. But
the question I was going to ask before. Oh, Jude's round.
Oh dear.
Exit of
that is
death curb number 2.
Oh, there's someone else down there too, is there? Or is that
no,
just the
one
line?
Struggling to avoid it.
Yeah, that was almost disaster. And Gold Guy is... There's a guilty looking gap in front of Gold Guy, but I don't think he was close to Jude, was he? No, it's Freemoose swoops back into line very late in front of Bantusk, who does a brilliant job to avoid a collision there. It could now put him vulnerable to Macca and others behind, as the cameras suck at keeping up with what's going on.
Freemoose round. That's
yes,
why.
He is.
Bantusk waiting to redress as well.
Ooh, so not good
Cameras
things happening.
Really horrible around here, aren't they?
Yeah, I should fire some of these operators. Shamian now on the back of Gold Guy. So he has dropped back a little bit, has he not? Was Gold Guy up with Poppadot?
No, because he...
Sure?
Yeah, he made the mistake down the inside and lost a bunch of positions.
No, wasn't then Poppadot, Chuck Norris and him still fighting?
Potentially, I'm not sure.
Perhaps. Who knows?
May have made a mistake.
Aiden using all of the roads out of the final corner, but further back
live issues as they are, just lapping about 6/10 apart.
Ace Wolf is 6th, and with that Mustang straight line speed, he now shifts to the outside of Hudson after being squeezed towards the pit wall, and will look to go the long way around. Can't pull it off.
Am on pro action.
It's promising signs. Definitely commentator's curse.
Again for Ace Wolf.
Yep, again for Ace Wolf.
We'll see.
Yep. Sorry, team.
He does so well, and then we go, oh look, he's doing well, and then it just curses him.
Yeah.
We'll keep our fingers uncrossed that he doesn't commentator's curse. I don't know how many reverse psychologies I'm doing.
Can you uncommentators curse? Can you commentators curse the commentators curse? Perhaps.
Cthulhu is the direct opposite of a commentator. We'll get him to say that he's doing bad, and then that helps.
No, wouldn't you get him to say he's doing good? Because if he's the opposite of a commentator, him saying he'll do bad will mean he'll do bad. Because if he's the opposite of a commentator, then the commentator's
Oh
curse
yeah,
either
what he
doesn't
says
apply
goes.
or
Oh,
applies to the opposite. Who are you watching?
down the inside, Ace Wolf has a dive. Hudson leaves him room. He pulls back out. That was extremely late on the brakes there for Ace Wolf. Both on the grass going into... Is that Crocodile? I don't
Cheetah.
know. Cheetah, there you go.
They're the only two corner names
Lost a
I
bit of
know.
time there, but still Mustang overpoweredness.
Surely close enough as Hudson
Close
perhaps
enough.
a little squirrely out of the final corner and now defends to the inside line again. Next verse, the same as the first. Hudson on the inside, Ace Wolf on the outside. Does he try to go the long way around again? He's using all of the track. Can't quite pull alongside as we head now towards
glued to the rear of the McLaren.
4, I think it is.
Yep.
Yep, now looks to get a run towards sunset.
Not quite close enough. Hudson's doing a very good job at holding on here against the more powerful Mustang. Just better at everything Mustang, really.
Yes. And Stig just waiting in the wings, ready to pounce if something goes wrong for the leading pair. Aiden's dropped back from Glob Drip a little bit. Troubles?
No, I accidentally pressed the report button on Osmad instead of the... I didn't actually report him, but it came up, and I've never been in that page before, so I was a bit confused.
Honestly.
Here we go.
Who is this guy?
They're still close. Wait for the dive from Ace Wolf. Onto the grass there. Might be a little bit too far back.
Switch
Opens
back
the corner
perhaps.
up. Gets a better exit than Hudson, but nowhere to go from that next corner.
So close into Cheetah. Gives himself a little bit of breathing room into the final corner. Looks to open it up and really get the power down on the exit using all of the track limits there. And the margin as they come across the line, barely 0.3 of a second. So Hudson might have a little bit of breathing space. Nevertheless, he's once again defending that inside line tight to the apex. And Ace Wolf again to the outside. He's very close this time, mind you. Not close enough. Though Hudson,
most of these drivers are doing
a
very good job. Being patient, clean. Both doing very well. Hudson particularly managing to keep back that faster McLaren when there's an awful lot of straights on this track.
Yes, well behind. It's bringing Osmad into the battle as well, and I don't know if you can see, but there is a raging battle pack behind that too, consisting of Scary, Mustard, Banks and Buster, so Ace Wolf needs to be really clever about this. If something goes wrong, Banks will, despite there being 4 cars between them, he will be all over the back of him in a jiffy.
This has got the wrong wheel accents. I don't know what's going on. Buster.
Should fire. Oh, Buster. Should fire him. Oh, wait.
That's mean.
It was only a 1-season deal. Ace Wolf's got a good run through the through Cheetah here, and he's now draws alongside into the braking for the final corner, but it's going to push him well wide onto the straight, and I don't think that's quite going to work. And he could be vulnerable now to Stig and the Lexus behind that has equally strong straight line speed.
Hudson has set his McLaren up very well for straight line speed here. I'm not sure. Is that just the Go setup? I can't remember.
Go setup has max rear wing.
Yeah, so Hudson, I'm not sure what he's done, but he's seemingly has enough straight line speed to keep the Mustang behind, which on the normal Go setup that I would assume he would normally be using. Mustang and just blast
side by side, and Osmad around the outside at sunset. What a move.
Very well done. Now Osmad might be able to get through Ace Wolf and go for Hudson himself here. We'll have to wait and see. He did lose a little bit of time from that move, but he'll no doubt gain that back with Ace Wolf and Hudson battling it out still.
And now the gap between the two battle packs really not much at all. You get a couple of cars side by side, and this becomes a huge 8-car fight for 5th overall, with key positions for both classes there. Key positions for both classes.
4 going slowly. Not sure what happened there, but there was a white flag. Might have just ran wide a little bit in the exit of the S's.
Alright, here we go again. Ace Wolf versus Hudson in a straight line down the main straight. Fish McFlurry's hit trouble.
Not close enough.
Mind you. Not close enough. He has a bit of a look, but Hudson not even feeling the need to defend. But Hudson's he's gone a little bit wide through the opening corner. Not enough to let Ace Wolf alongside him, but surely close enough for a dive. Takes the mature option, clobbers the curb. On the run now towards Sunset. Can he get in the slipstream? Can he get a run? Not quite, and yes. Churros, absolutely. Ace Wolf he needs to get underneath. I can't keep track of the chat. That was ages ago.
I'm not even looking at it.
I haven't been. The racing's been too good.
The racing has been extremely good. Now Big Rigs is 1/10 away from Buster according to that timing board. Looks a little bit more than that now.
A little bit. Yeah, so this pack now extending from 6th, pretty much, 6th back to 13th, so Buster and Big Rigs.
5th is Hudson.
Sorry, yes, 5th back to 13th. Pretty much sort of
Big
separated. Scary 1.7 off the back of Stig, but that can all change in an instant.
Mac is actually 2 laps behind now. That's not a good penultimate round for him.
No, so cracks suddenly starting to appear in your AMP Championship leaders' hopes. He's been nothing short of brilliant all season, and now starting to perhaps just show some signs of feeling the pressure.
He has a twin.
Oh, Ace Wolf in trouble, and could go around here. Holds onto it, but drops back
rejoins next to Stig.
In behind Ozmad. Stig will look to have a go into this corner, but really not one for overtaking. So a big moment there for the AM class lead. Manages to hang on to it crucially as Mustard
caught out in the braking zone.
Yes, and Mustard perhaps being Ace Wolf's helper here, just keeping Banks at bay for the moment. Toothless has recovered to 15th, I'd just like to point out. So a barnstorming charge from him.
Good stuff. I would also like to say that Ace Wolf does need to be careful here, because none of the people he's fighting give him any more points apart from the overall championship, which he is not all that high in. He's 16th overall, so it's not really in the running for anything in overall, but certainly in the running for something in AM. So he does have to be careful.
And he's got the Sir Jack Brabham team shield to think about as well.
He does, yeah.
Toothless and Jarcade go side by side. Toothless pushing for 14th, but it's Jarcade who fights back up the inside. Can Toothless hold it around the outside? He does, and Jarcade
yellow flag
looks to back off.
That was number 3, observing blue flags, but I think might have a little bit to learn on that front. Kind of just sitting on the exit of the corner, going slowly, so a little bit dangerous. Luckily, only the best of the best, the top 2, caught him there, so they were able to avoid it.
Oh, and Big Rigs and Buster side by side, and in front, Banks and Mustard side by side. Mustard hangs on to that position for now, but Big Rigs and Buster will charge side by side towards Sunset. Will Big Rigs hold it on the inside? Can we see another around the outside move the same as Ozmad? No, we can't. Buster will look to switch back, but it puts him on the wrong side for the left-hander, and it will be Big Rigs who prevails for the moment.
A little bit twitchy on the exit, but no
And
way through
while we're
here.
at it, Aiden and Globdrip side by side for the lead of Pro-Am and the final spot on the overall podium through this right-handed almost hairpin. It's a very unique corner, a big open entry and a lot of exit space, but quite easy somehow still to go wide and get a track limits warning. That's something else that might just rear its ugly head towards the end of the race. Does someone suffer one too many track limits warnings and be sent through the pit lane? It was Globdrip with a bit of a slide out of the final corner, but I don't think it'll be enough to quite invite Aiden to the lead, though he will most certainly be excited about the proposition as Ace Wolf now kisses the back of Osmad through the final corner, and Fish McFlurry through the pit lane is probably the best bet there with this angry nest of Mustangs, McLarens, Lexite.
They're all just straight
dropping
line
down
speed
the
cars
order.
apart from... Oh no.
So he's had trouble out of the final corner, and there is no longer that NovaSport rear gunner for Ace Wolf. Just 2 cars between Ace Wolf and F1 Banks. This fight for Pro-Am starting to just get a little bit closer by the minute. Shouldn't Truos be at work, not messaging in chat? Oh well, I'm not his manager.
Girls, can we speak to your manager about this, please?
Yes, can we get him to give you Wednesday nights off? Imagine the 3-way fight between Sly, Blicky and Truos.
And you and I next season as well, yeah?
Maybe
We'll be
in one
up there.
race. And Fish McFlurry's picked up a drive-through.
Not the best first race for him.
No.
So we have seen, from memory, a lot of debutant success this season. Between Macca, Aiden...
Oh, Ace Wolf in the grass.
I think
Sorry
Bats.
to cut you off, but that was almost tears for Ace Wolf. Still 20 minutes to go. We're barely over the halfway point in what has been hectic action. Everybody making up for the perhaps lack of it for perhaps a little bit of a lack at the Nordschleifer. Truos, that's a very, 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 very suspiciously long break, but I'll let you be. Globdrip and Aiden side by side again. Globdrip to the inside, but Aiden on the outside. We've seen that move work at Sunset before. Can he pull it off? He tries as he might. He keeps it, and now he's got the inside for the left-hander, but he's on the brakes, too scared to make that send. Perhaps just a little bit loose in the rear, and Globdrip holds on for now, but it is going to be a very, very tricky challenge for him to continue doing that for another 20 minutes. But if that's what it takes, he will most certainly do it, because it will go a very, very long way to putting one hand on that Pro-Am Championship trophy, especially with Aiden being on the Joker tonight. This battle's not done though, as they swoop through this left-hander.
I'm not sure if you saw it, but when Jude spun round, he had a 100-meter board, the 100-meter board for that final corner, just sticking out of his bonnet. I thought that was quite funny.
It's still there?
Is that there on your screen or not? No, it's not. It's gone. But I did get a screenshot.
Don't think we caught it, unfortunately.
You can go look at it in sim racing action in NovaSport now.
Send it somewhere in AXRL.
I'll just put in that.
Everyone's
Season
come
21 chat.
Seems to have settled down just for the minute, though as I say that, Banks has dropped in behind Big Rigs, who is now 2.4 seconds off the back of Scary. So just a little bit of breathing room for Ace Wolf now, with Buster and Mustard, the 2 cars behind F1 Banks, so they will really both be hoping to get forward and make it tricky.
Ace Wolf up on the inside of Osmad, door-to-door contact there. Actually, Ace Wolf drops back in behind, but extremely close going into Sunset. Difficult to follow through Sunset, but these are Mustangs, so they can just do everything, apparently.
I reckon it's blackberry time. We haven't done your what's for dinner Wednesday. I had to do mine while you were gone, but what did you have for dinner?
What did I have for dinner? I had pasta with bacon in it, like a creamy sauce and spinach. It's delicious. Osmad puts the squeeze on Ace Wolf on the outside of whatever that corner number or name is.
And call it the
Very,
7
very
hairpin.
tight. Good for you. Hudson kind of getting away a little bit from Osmad, being just over a second now away from Osmad, with Ace Wolf right behind him on the grass there. Ace Wolf running wide.
Oh, that is a
Holds on to it.
heart-in-mouth moment.
Doesn't look it from outside, but in the car, that is violent.
And F1 Banks now tumbling a little bit further down the order. Buster through. And Mustard looking to get one back on the MWM driver. Perhaps though it's Banks who can get the switch back on Buster.
Toothless, on the other hand, made it up to not quite the back of Mustard, at the back of this some kind of second, I guess third pack of drivers. With a lot of rear damage actually, but 3.5 seconds away from Mustard now. A very impressive comeback so far.
What a recovery drive.
Meanwhile, Osmad has gotten past Hudson. So,
oh yes, they were side by side at the last sector split.
Hudson
and
may have
really backed this pack up.
Made a mistake there. Ace Wolf looking up the inside, not quite close enough. But now Hudson's in a little bit of a trap, where if he defends too harsh, he might end up doing something wrong to Osmad. We shall see.
To pass or be passed here in this
pack,
battle
definitely.
pack, yes. And Skari now quite close to Stig, so from 2 seconds back, not very long ago, he's now on the tail as we make our way across the line to complete another lap of this Kyalami Grand Prix circuit. Fish McFlurry is there off to the inside and doing the absolute right thing and just letting the pack go, which is almost extending. It's very large.
Keeps going down to basically Mac of that pack. And there's a gap to another big pack with led by Jarcade, I believe that is. And then Joshua Graveling having quite a lonely drive out there. 8 seconds in front, 12 seconds behind, so he's out on an island there. Meanwhile, Sly 4 tenths away from Sly.
Yeah, and one
now
thing
less.
that
might want to have a look at the top guys.
We are, but
Blicky
we've
off.
just caught Blicky running wide through the penultimate corner. The one thing about these two changing to Mustangs is that they are on very similar pace, but it's quite tricky to overtake, given that they're probably running the exact same setup, no doubt.
No advantages. Pure skill this is. Makes for a very...
Ace Wolf around the outside of Hudson? Can't quite get it done, sorry, as you were saying.
I can't remember what I was going to say.
Something like Mustangs.
Yeah, it's very skillful, but they still... skilled, but difficult to overtake still. I don't know. Something like that.
Huge shout out to Osmad, by the way. He's had a pretty tumultuous season. We saw him down towards 20th in a couple of races, but now running 5th and on the Pro-Am podium for perhaps the first time this season. This is the Osmad of old. This is the Osmad that we have come to know here at AXRL, and it's good to see him finally showing that once again.
Still going at it. Ace Wolf's back to trying to get past Hudson here.
And at the
Given
same
Ozmad a little bit
time,
of a break.
Aiden and Globdrip once again side by side. Aiden runs it quite deep into the northern hairpin. Would have been hoping to get the switch back, but I think he's run a little bit too late on the brakes for that one. Oh, rough. I will go and appease our dog.
Good on you.
Oh, do you want some food? I wonder if she's been fed. Hudson and Ace Wolf side by side for a moment there.
Ace Wolf has just been glued to the back of Hudson practically all race. Had a little bit of a break when Ozmad got past, but now round the outside, Ace Wolf can't quite do it. Hudson runs him deep. Nearly runs him off the track, really. Through Cheetah. Oh no! Ace Wolf hits the death curve at Cheetah.
Oh.
Buster and Big Rig scatter.
Buster
Ace Wolf is alright, he drops some positions. Banks has actually dropped quite a way behind Toothless, so...
Yes.
Lucky, now he's got Mustard to try and help rear gun for him. There's actually 3 NovaSport drivers in this pack. Now they're all in a row.
Yes, and Buster all over the back of Big Rigs, trying to reopen that path. You would hope that these NovaSport drivers can cooperate and help Ace Wolf out in both his individual and team's title tilts. But we'll wait and see. Banks has been dropping back, but there's a good 8.5 seconds to Jarcade, so at least 9 or 10 seconds back to third in class. So doesn't really have to worry about what's behind him too much. Can just look at pressing forward.
Joshua Graveling still out on his own. The gap is growing. I think it's 9 seconds, 10 seconds in front now, and 16 seconds behind. So he's a little bit slower than the people in front and a bit quicker than the people behind.
And it certainly doesn't help at all that Gold Guy, Chuck Norris, Adept and Co have been battling for a significant portion of this race. As it looks like the first lap with this lot. That's how close they all are.
Stig makes a mistake, runs wide there. Gary gets past. So now Gary is next in line to have a go at Hudson. If anything comes of that, Hudson does have a little bit of a gap. Ozmad has a 2.5 second gap to Hudson now.
I imagine Hudson will be enjoying that breathing space. Sorry.
Ozmad will be. Hudson hasn't got much breathing in this race.
True, and it may not last. Although with Stig having a look up the inside of Skari, Hudson will be desperately hoping this pair can battle on and give him a chance to scamper up the road, as Ozmad has done. He will be quite content, Ozmad, I think, if he can just have a nice, quiet finish to this race. As we quickly check back in on our 2 slides.
Proper lap traffic, I believe, for the 2 slides coming up.
Still,
you got Stig 10th away from Skari still.
We'll see how they negate this traffic and then get you straight back into the action, because these two are actually could be on for a change of the lead with the slipstream here, although Blicky a little bit slidey out of the final corner. And Sly will have the help of a toe from Freemu. Might not be enough to protect him though. He's got a toe from Sly,
the double toe.
And Blicky pokes the nose.
For it.
Doesn't go for it, half goes for it. Trying to scare Sly into something there.
Blue flag being waved. Sly has to focus on both in front and behind now.
And be getting frustrated as Freemu finally gets out of the way, but it may have held him up just enough. As Blicky looks to the outside of Sunset, we've seen this move before. Will Sly let it happen? Surely not. He does. Blicky around the outside.
He tucks back in, goes back to the inside.
Oh, there's nearly contact between Sly and Sly. Skari and Stig are side by side. We'll get to what's happening there in a minute.
Stig past Skari.
Yes, good point. That
A lot of
Buster now on
congestion
the
at turn one.
this
They're nearly
is
3 wide.
tight. The lead's on as well, I think. Sly got a bit of breathing room for now, but goodness knows how long that will last. Ace Wolf looking to the inside of teammate Buster there, who leaves the door open enough for him to get by.
Just enough.
Looks to the inside, but is clever enough not to make the move as Toothless swoops his way past fellow McLaren mate Mustard.
Buster knows that his contract's up at the end of this season, so taking the gloves off here.
Yeah,
still being fair, but
doing what he can to help out NovaSport and still give himself the best possible position. This is such a fight. What a privilege
there's
this has
so
been
many cars
for 30 minutes straight, if not longer, as Hudson now looks to the inside. Tries to hold the inside against Stig. This has been a defensive masterclass other than the one lapse that saw Ozmag get by. It's been brilliant from the MWM driver. He's had his struggles throughout this season, and we still have 7 very, very long minutes left for him, and he's a little bit wide, but he's done well so far. Sly and Blicky side by side again.
Lexus behind him though.
Yes,
that might be game over here.
End. Oh no!
Stig round on the straight.
Swooped to the inside to defend. Swig was looking to move there, couldn't react in time, and has ended in tears.
Oh, contact between Ace Wolf and Buster as well.
Oh,
Toothless
no.
up the inside of Ace Wolf, and Ace Wolf's round.
Ace Wolf watches Macca swing by. He needs to get going really quickly here. F1 Banks is not very far behind. In fact, is well gone.
F1 Banks is
you're
fast.
kidding. Ace Wolf just cannot catch a break.
Just gotta gather his thoughts here. Try not to drive angry. Too angry. A bit of anger can help.
This whole season for him has just been heartbreak after heartbreak, and so it continues for
just
him.
The congestion between these, like 6th to like 14th now, 15th even.
We were just talking up the stocks of how good of a fight it was, and it's come to arrears as Scary very rudely barges his way past Hudson. Finally
Hudson has something to say.
Tired of being behind that McLaren, though I imagine he won't be best pleased in the MWM machinery. And Scary,
it's a loss.
I think he's giving the place back.
He might
that
be.
is BMW behaviour. Sometimes that slide, though.
He's
if he is redressing the place, that's
now he's going back
not
to the
how
position.
You do it to make an over. That's not how you do it.
No.
So if that was an attempted
they're
redress,
3 wide again.
Oh, my word! This is just crazy stuff. And Hudson now up on the grass to try and get a run against that golden grey BMW. F1 Banks is not far behind this fight. Oh, Hudson all over the track, using every last millimetre to try and get this position to Scary back. Things start to get more desperate now with just 4 minutes remaining.
Look at the leaders.
Yep, onto the leaders. Blicky is almost pushing Sly down the straight as they hit the brakes for the opening hairpin. He looks to swoop around the outside. Sly tells, no you don't, and immediately
Sly
onto the
touches
flasher.
himself.
Oh dear.
Sorry.
Take that out of context. Shoves the door.
That'll be a short.
Yep, that'll be a short. Slams the door on himself, does Sly. And lap traffic is no doubt playing its part in this battle. And it's Jude and Shamian just ahead. who are in their
Aiden off.
own
Extremely
fight
close to
position.
globe trip.
Not off or not off?
So much going on. Hudson, Big Rig's past Hudson now, actually. Buster looking up the inside as well.
How on earth does
McLaren.
one keep up with this race?
Oh!
Big Rig's around.
Hudson into the rear corner of Big
Oh,
Rig's.
this could be a bad region. Oh my goodness. What on earth is going on? So Hudson redresses after all of that to Big Rigs. So
after doing a loop-de-loop.
Yes, perhaps some guilt in that. Jude does a good job of getting out of the way of blue flags. And it just keeps getting more and more chaotic in the fight for the
Banks promoted up to 8
placings.
overall. Banks has gained 8 places this race.
Yeah, so just being slightly slower in that sort of, we got up to that pack and then dropped back through it and was just sort of struggling for pace. He had a little bit of a margin and it's helped him out quite a lot, I think, in the long run. Blicky
Indeed.
and Sly, very close. Aiden and Globdrip, equally close. And Aiden looks to the inside. Globdrip, though, swoops over and says,
"Oh, Shamian
no,
around.
sir, you don't."
Shamian around just behind that lead
Chuck
pack.
Norris stopped on the track, perhaps redressing, perhaps in more trouble. Hudson now
chaotic redress
on the back of Bats, and Stig is... What happened to Stig? Was he caught up in that as well?
Yeah, remember Stig at turn 1, going into turn 1, lost it.
Yes, sorry, that's right.
With Hudson.
And this pack
Osmad
just
has a massive gap, 6 seconds behind
bigger
now.
and bigger.
And Osmad's gap to number 24 of Aiden is ginormous. Look at that empty space on the track map.
So we glean slightly further back to Popadot, who's managed to sneak his way up to 12th, and I did say he was a long way back from the next AM contender. He's now only about 5.5 seconds back. What about Scary?
No. Oh, look back, Scary. Who was the BMW? Oh, Jarcade. They look very
teammates.
Similar. Apologies, yeah.
And so yes, Big Rigs is gone from fighting one gold, black and grey BMW to fighting a different one. As Sly commences the final lap. My word, where has the time gone?
The other Sly to get past. Time has gone to this big battle.
And Aiden now, surely he's close enough to have a crack. You've got to do it on the last lap. Surely he looks for it, he goes for it, but he's not quite brave enough to get alongside.
Still glued to the back there.
Just 3/10 covering Sly and Sly, but perhaps it will be Sly who comes out on top. Though no margin for error. If something goes slightly awry, the other Sly
Aiden's been strong through sunset all race. Highway definitely a factor by now.
For certain. And Globdrip not exactly known for looking after his tyre as well, but has he turned things around?
Jim Bob could
cause problems here for the leading pair. Sorry, the leading Pro-Am pair. Definitely held Globdrip up through the corner, but Aiden may have had to back off as well. He's surely worth taking a look. He's up on the curb, he's alongside. As they swing it back to the left, he can't quite get the run, but he's...
Two Slides extremely close
over the bumper.
Going into Cheetah.
Can't move from one of these battles. Aiden now, surely he pops it up the inside. He does. Oh. He goes for it with just 3 corners left in the race. Can he break the hearts of MWM? He looks to have got the run. Globdrip will surely keep the nose there.
As Sly crosses the line.
As they go side by side. Sorry, yes, Sly wins. Side by side.
A 10th behind is Blicky. Side by side. Aiden defends.
Corner. Final lap with 3 corners left. Aiden breaks the hearts of MWM to claim victory on his Joker. Take 2. Just as good as the first. In a beautiful race-long battle.
Oh no.
And the servers crashed.
Server has killed itself. What is wrong with
What is wrong? Have to break. I won't say we will, but we may break Aiden's heart
We may.
after the good news of last week.
That's horrific from
Man, I
G-Portal
hate
again.
this.
At least you don't have to do any server combining stuff anymore. Server just could not handle how close the racing was today.
And we just scratch up on the point system.
I think it's taken from the previous lap, isn't it?
Awarded based on final positions. Um, 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 based on it's not officially written in the rules, but it will be based on the completion of the penultimate lap.
I wonder how much that'll change. That changes things.
Well, it hurts Aiden significantly.
It does. At least it was towards the end of the race, so we do get full points awarded. We'll get full points awarded. Up until that point, I mean, what a race.
Why is Gold Guy telling Adept to check his DMs?
Who knows? Anyway, should we get some interviews in, or?
Go for your life.
Okay, well, of course, we have to get Sly in here. I'm friends with Vicky, definitely. Get Vicky. Let's get Sly. We'll just start with these two, then we'll go to the next few.
Yep. And I am adding Simbot to this server so we can get live results and timing in the future. I'll leave you to it, Angus.
Oh, do I have to? Okay, then. Will you just chuck the... Are you getting back into the game, or?
Yeah, I've got the lobby stuff on. You can take the interviews.
Hello, Sly. Just make sure you include your party audio.
Hello.
The audio. Hello, Blicky. Oh, Sly.
Hello.
I'm so confused.
Hello, Sly.
Hello.
Hi,
Okay.
I'm Slide now.
This is a question for Sly.
Which one?
How was the race?
We should both
No.
talk at the same time. Make it like dramatic. You talk first since you
So,
want.
so wait, which slide do you want specifically?
I want Sly.
Just do the real one, the real you want. So
Okay, yeah, it was good up until the 15 minutes left in the race mark, and my tires decided to cease being a tire, and I don't know if you guys got it on stream, but that led to me making some very questionable defensive maneuvers.
We did see you touch yourself, so that was a very interesting slide.
Just be careful of your phrasing there.
I did it
Oh,
before.
he's quite aware.
It's an active choice.
It's gonna be a YouTube short.
But yeah, sorry about that. Slide number 2.
no problem.
But yeah, I mean, Yeah, I've got nothing else to say really. The quali was stressful. Yeah, lap times weren't anywhere near where I believe they should have been. But yeah, race was good up until I decided to forget to drive.
Nice. Blicky, I mean Sly too, you, how was your race? Both kind of
You
had
want me
similar
to,
races, didn't you? You were so close.
Kinda. I'd argue it's a lot different. But should I start from qualifying?
Sure.
Because I have a real rant. So I was like 3/10 up on the lap that got me P2, and I got distracted by a phone call at the most important part of the track, which is sector 2. So
Can you name
I was
names?
very angry. Name names? Who called me?
Yeah.
My nan.
Oh,
I wasn't very
she doesn't support your racing.
I didn't think she knows how to do it, but yeah.
Wow.
I screamed the F word. Well, I didn't scream, I just yelled it a bit. And then my dad was like, "Who was that?" And I was like, "Me," because I was on quali 11, it was good. Anyway, that's my qualifying. It was alright. From the start of the race, I felt I was quick. But then towards 15 minutes in, I started to drop back purely because I was on a race setup and not the one that Sly gave me last night, if that's what you wanted to know. And that's why towards the last 15 minutes, I was able to come back with better tyres, and we had a decent battle. I got touched. I feel like I might report it because you guys got it on stream. Sorry, but I want a Joker win. As live.
Report it to AXRL or like the police?
In the report it into the channel, whatever you call it. And then from there on, we were overtaking lap cars. It was just a bit of a pain. I was on Sly's rear bumper most of it. I think we went side by side like 3 more times after that. And then we were like crossing the line. 1, 2, like side by side ish. In a way.
Yeah, you were basically a tenth away at the finish line. Unfortunately, that gap won't count. Because we'll go back on that. Question for both of you. I guess. But we saw a lot of racing, a lot of close action, a lot of overtakes, and side by side, especially through corners like Sunset. So, how is Kyalami to race that, to go side by side, and is it easy or difficult, or what's it like to overtake here?
I'll go first. You mentioned
then.
Sunset, and I did try to go around the outside of Sly multiple times at Sunset, but it's just you can't carry speed through there if you're on the outside and he's on the inside. Then you try to switch back, but that doesn't work. So if you got drivers like me and Sly, like equal pace, it's super hard to overtake. I think it's basically impossible to overtake unless you got like a tire deficit. But there's also turn 1 in the last corner. You can probably dive bomb, and I don't know what the corner is. It's after the very long left-hander. You go downhill.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna guess like turn 13. I don't know. But yeah, that's my view on it. It's not the best for overtaking if you're equal pace, really.
I mostly echo the sentiment, but I will extend it to... It's very difficult if you are on pace with another driver, even if there's only like, 2.5 tenths difference per lap, you can't overtake on this game.
Yeah.
The slipstream I don't think is powerful enough, but then again, I'm not too well versed in GT3 aerodynamics. Maybe you can help us, Evil.
No.
But yeah, it's just ridiculous. This races on this game are decided in quali, unfortunately, unless either driver makes a mistake or either driver either driver suddenly forgets how to drive.
That's not really what we saw today. We saw, gotta be 100, 200 more overtakes at all points of the circuit. And they were all people who qualified close together. And I guess maybe for drivers not as perfect as you two, maybe mistakes do come into it, and they start going like getting past and then getting re-overtaken and stuff like that. But at one point the battle was like 5th place down to 15th or something, all within a second of each other down the train, and there was people going off, people making contact. For most of the race it was clean, but it did have its flashpoints. But yeah, the people could get very close to each other and overtake a lot. So it might just be because you two are perfect, apparently.
Yeah, well, then again, I don't really watch the races back, so my view is very close. My view is very close-minded, a lot on the racing aspect of these nights. I mostly focus on myself and on my teammate, and I look at that, and then not much else. Well, you have to look at your competition.
You two are great friends by the looks of things in the chat.
Which one?
The
probably
AXRL one in NovaSport. You guys are always chatting.
Sure.
Either one of you is normally, Blicky. Normally it's you or Sly, like you discuss pace, and then one gets sad. And then the other one gets excited. Like, no, well, Sly's sent a GIF in the NovaSport only chat, which was SpongeBob getting excited just after that chat. So he was giddy, apparently.
I will admit I was giddy.
Sounds so sad.
Well, I don't know what other questions I have for you.
Isn't it What's for Dinner Wednesday?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
My God.
Thank you for reminding me. Sly, go.
We didn't do a single segment that whole race.
No, I'm gonna say
What's
my
for Dinner
song of the week 'cause I'm
Wednesday?
excited.
It will probably be either a air-fried chicken Kiev or some cream of chicken on rice, if I can find any.
You gotta forage for your own food, do you?
It's not foraging, it's just looking, using eyes.
Okay then. Sly, what was yours?
I had homemade sausage rolls, to be precise. Well, actually, I haven't had it yet, but I had it last night, so it's leftovers. So I'll give it a rating since I know what it's like. 10 out of 10, literally the best.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
And your race was 10 out of 10 too?
No.
Because after all, you did win, Sly.
Oh wait, I'm confused. Which Sly?
Why?
Sly
won.
Oh wait, probably.
Sly won.
Hang on. My race, no, that was far from a 10 out of 10 performance.
No, I'm talking to Sly.
Oh my God. Okay, if you actually are talking to me, no, it wasn't a 10 out of 10. Unless I can get the win by penalty. But I don't know.
Well, we'll have to wait and
We'll
see
see.
on Friday. Yeah.
Friday.
Right, that's all.
Okay.
I think so. Friday's normally when the incident report comes out.
Oh yeah, that's right, because it's Wednesday. Sorry.
The way I've been going, it's whenever it feels like it at the moment.
Yeah. It's got a mind of its own, the incident report.
Some lunatic's not consistent enough to get it out on Fridays.
Blicky, why are you on last seen 65 days ago? Because that's wrong.
Because low-key, I don't want people knowing I'm online. Sometimes.
Because you're always
just,
online.
No, because I have a job. Sorry, that might have like triggered people. No, I haven't. I low-key didn't even get on ACC until an hour before the server reset. think.
Wow.
So, very
When
proud
I
of
was
myself.
racing last season, I didn't get on until qualifying, basically. It's like the quali out lap was my first lap of the track for the
To be
week.
fair, I usually get on when the server resets, but I thought I should put extra effort because choker.
And it didn't pay off, did it?
I know, it did not.
Is second, like, worst possible scenario for you, basically, for both of you?
Yes.
Because you're
Um,
both miles ahead.
I actually have an answer for this. I have looked at the standings, and this entire season, when both of us are here, neither one of us have finished lower than second this entire season.
Yeah,
Second's like
sounds about
last to
right.
us in a way.
yeah. Well.
It's not Talladega Nights, mate.
Yeah, it
No.
is. It is now. I majored Talladega Nights.
And we saw Osmad. We had Aiden and Globdrip in fourth and third, and then Osmad was like 30 seconds away from them. So
What
there
about
was a
Aiden?
big gap.
Who's Raiden?
Aiden and Glob were battling similar to you two, a bit more back and forth, but they were, I'm not even sure, like 10 seconds behind maybe.
Yeah,
Who finished
at
ahead?
the Glob, I
Well,
think.
at the line,
Good.
Aiden made a move just before Cheetah. I don't know what the corner name before that is, but he made a move just before Cheetah, but then server disconnected after he crossed the line. So count back means
technically-
Globdrip gets it
Yay.
on current estimate. That's not certain, but highly likely. Yeah. That's it. Who was? You two don't remember? Brody, do you remember who else we should interview? Glob. Do we want Globdrip in here?
Globtrip won in Pro-Am, but we don't want him
Why not?
after
So,
last time.
What happened last time? I
Evil.
wasn't there. Can I experience
He
it?
was just... no,
Oh,
you don't want to.
Okay. Well, that's annoying.
Evil, would
If-
you like to know
What's
the
been
name
happening
of
in
the
the
corner
chat?
you've been talking about?
Not really. It doesn't concern me. Everyone knows
Okay,
what
it's
I'm
the
talking about.
crocodiles. It's the crocodiles.
You're a crocodile.
Thank you.
What's Crocodile?
Oh, excuse me. Who else can we? Who else can we interview? Banks? No, we don't want Banks in here either.
Banks is not quite so bad.
Alright, goodbye, gentlemen. I'm gonna go
Bye.
talk to my favorite people.
Sure.
I see how it is.
Yeah. Wow.
We're not his favourites anymore.
No. Can't really be bothered to interview anyone else.
Nah, I reckon we enjoy an early night.
Yeah. Oh, there is one thing I want to do because Cthulhu's not here. Oh wait, Can we just get through some segments rapid fire?
Yep.
Okay, so because Cthulhu's not here, I want the song of the week. So yeah, the song of the week that I have picked is called "Time" by Pink Floyd, and it is actually
Ooh.
my song of the week. Like I've been listening to it daily. It's very good. The lyrics only come in like 2.5 minutes into the song. But yeah, it's good.
Wow.
It's about, to me, it's about like going out and doing stuff. Like in your youth, like there's, I don't know. Here's the lyrics, and like there's no one told you when to run. You missed the starting gun. That's a good one.
That's good.
Yeah, the opening
Why
line.
is my bank asking me if I just tried to make a transaction?
Uh-oh. Anyway,
That's suspicious.
it's like, first lyric is ticking away the moments that make up a dull day. Anyway, I like it.
Why
It's
is,
motivational. Nobody cares. No, what's wrong?
Money from my account is going to a random PayPal account. You're now live with the NovaSport director gets scammed.
Lovely. Moving on. Brody, you look like...
Oh, you're joking.
What?
Oh no. I forgot to cancel a Dropbox subscription. Oh no.
Is that a lot of money?
$18.
Oh, wow. You basically don't have any money anymore, do you?
No.
Anyway. At least you get to use Dropbox again. Hey?
Yay.
If you could lend it to AXRL.
Oh,
If anyone
crying
wants a
out
month
loud.
of Dropbox
How do I
for free.
cancel my plan?
Brody, you need to say the script for the like, what day is it today? And then we can end the
What
stream.
day is it, guys?
No, you know.
Have you ever wondered... Oh, crikey. I'm distracted by getting...
It's okay, they're not going to take any more money for a while.
I know. Alright. Notes.
Okay, while you're dealing with that, I'm going to say goodbye to yous. Thank you
Bye,
for
Sly.
the interview.
Bye. Good
Yeah,
night.
yep.
Bye, Sly.
Yep, bye.
Alrighty. What
He's a
day
good
is it
bloke,
today?
that guy.
Is a question we often find ourselves to be asking. And for some, it may be a very simple answer. Well, today's Wednesday. Duh. But here at the NovaSport Entertainment Network, we know that there's so much more to each day than simply just its name. That's right. Every day is an international day for something. So without further ado, Angus, what day is it today?
Well, first of all, that intro doesn't hit as well without Cthulhu calling you an idiot.
I know.
He's off having fun and doing drugs. Actually, he's not doing drugs for once. Anyway, today, 25th of March. Let's see. International Waffle Day. Kind of boring.
Don't diss International Waffle Day.
This one's better. It's International Manatee Appreciation Day. Manatees look like big fat seals, chubby seals.
Ah.
What else? International Whole Grain Sampling Day.
Whole grain sampling.
What is this? International Day of Solidarity with Detained and Missing Staff Members. That's interesting. That's a good one. International Day of Solidarity with Detained and Missing Staff Members draws attention to aid UN workers who've been taken, held, or disappeared while helping others. Okay, let's pay attention to that. Ooh. This one relates to me. It's Waffeldagen. Waffeldagen.
Which is?
Waffle Day, but in Swedish.
Oh gosh.
So apparently that's a completely separate day to International Waffle Day.
Of course.
There's not too many. Tick Bite Prevention Week, National Cleaning Week. Everybody go do some cleaning now.
Hurry up, get onto it.
National Protocol Officers Week. Shakespeare Week. to be or not to be. Am I right?
Yeah.
I think we're dragging this broadcast on. Do we have any segments to do?
No, I want to go to bed.
Alright then. You don't even have to be up that early tomorrow. Shut up.
I am.
Oh. Why?
I'm going in early again. Because I am productive when I go in early. Anyway, thank you all for joining us. It's been a pleasure, as always. Up next, the very last round of the championship, 90 minutes at the marvellous Mount Panorama. It's iconic, it's tradition. We can't wait to see you there.
NovaSport has some specials there too.
Oh yes, get
Look
keen.
forward. Or don't.